The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Low snap, Cordes has it, looks to throw, has Cook, he has the record, and he has 6. See you later, touchdown South Allegheny. Shoemaker backside, Miller their header, he scores! Black cross court deflected, diving dig house, Monek for the win, got it! Looks right side, batted away. Well, Horsky with the reception and hauled down by Janko. Then looks to throw, comes back across. They set up the screen to Ruffin. Ruffin room to run. There goes Ruffin running wild into his own man. See you later. 75 yards.
It's the start of section play as it's a championship rematch, maybe without the pomp and circumstance we saw from a season ago, but it's the Commodores, it's the Centurions to break the bottle here in 1A Section 4 action. The 1-1 Commodores, the 0-2 Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions, the defending district and state 1A champions, have not won a set yet this season. The last set win for GCC claimed them state gold a season ago when they beat Linville Hill 3-2, winning that fifth and final set 15-5. These two squads met up 4 times a season ago. The first 2 went to the Commodores, including a reverse sweep to start last season, as the Commodores were able to reverse sweep Greensburg Central Catholic on September 5th. Then here at Frazier, the last time these squads played here, it was a 3-1 victory for the Commodores. They won the section outright. They swept GCC in the regular season, and after a victory against St. Joseph, the Commodores found themselves in the championship game against these Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions, but at third time was indeed the charm. Greensburg Central Catholic, a 3-0 victory in the WPIAL championship game to knock off the Commodores and end their hopes of 2 titles in 3 seasons, as that squad was led by a plethora of players that are no longer here. These 2 teams, they would then meet one more time inside the PIAA semifinals, where the Commodores almost hit the comeback trail once again, as they would force 5 sets against Greensburg Central Catholic inside the PIAA semifinals after losing the first 2 sets 25-13 and 25-23. The Commodores would win 25-21 and then dominated set 4 25-8. That game was at Norwin. I had the privilege of calling that one for the NFHS network, and you kind of thought all the momentum was with the Commodores, but they would fall 15-8 inside the PIAA semifinals to Greensburg Central Catholic. But that squad is basically gone. Really, the only name of familiar blood for Greensburg Central Catholic, it's Madison Keller, the senior middle hitter. No longer do you have the likes of these seniors who graduated. Evelyn Veal, Mara Oslowski was a great all-around player. Brianna Evans, Lola Giarmita, Aaron Grace, a fantastic Milla. Bella Comfer, Abby D, Eva Dennis on the outside. Also no more Lyra Bateson and no more Ashlyn Black. Ashlyn Black, of course, was the standout outside hitter as a junior last year for Greensburg Central Catholic. Now back at Norwin is Ashlyn Black, as Black was brilliant last year in that title and state championship run for Greensburg Central Catholic, as these two teams split last season. 2 in the regular season for the Doors, 2 when it counted for the Centurions. These two teams also met in the 2023 consolation game, where the Commodores knocked off the Centurions 3 sets to 1. As Frazier now 3 years removed from that district championship over the Sarah Catholic Eagles, 3 sets to none. 2 years ago, they lost in the semis to Bishop Canavan, and last year inside the WPIAL championship and in the state semifinals. We talked about all the losses for Greensburg Central Catholic. The Commodores, they lost a couple of big players as well, but they did return a ton of talent, as Grace Vaughn, the outside hitter, now at Eastern Tennessee for softball, and Grayson Hartman now at Point Park for volleyball. 2 standout players no longer around for the Commodores, but they do return the standout senior right side, has been playing for 4 years for this Frazier lineup in the rotation, Maddie Salisbury. Another 4-year rotation player, and Addison Schultz, the dominant senior in the middle. Then Jayana Saferno, a senior defensive specialist. Juniors, Grace Bacabla, Addison Howes, and Allie Monack, with Mia West rounding out the returning contributors for Coach Mandy Hartman's Frazier Commodores, returning the majority of their starting team. Coach Hartman excited for this season once again. Obviously, a couple of key losses. Going to be a learning curve when you lose your multi-year, 4-year starter really at setter for the most part. Grayson Hartman, at least almost exclusively as a setter through her first 2 years. Played a little bit on the outside as a junior, returned to a majority setter in her senior campaign as well. As, of course, once her middle sister Jensen graduated, Grayson moved to the outside, then moved back to setter for the majority, with Allie Monack, Maddie Salisbury, and Addison Schultz really emerging as the leading hitters for the Commodores over her senior season. Again, section favorite, Frazier, got to be the team you look at coming in. Maybe with Cal as another one, Trinity Christian, Geibel, and GCC also inside of this section as well. But GCC, a completely new look squad. And when you look around the WPIAL, obviously Eden Christian, always a talented bunch. I already had the privilege of seeing 2 of the other final 8 teams from last year, as I got to cover St. Joe's, who Frazier beat in the semifinals last year, and the team Frazier beat in the quarterfinals, Sarah Catholic, earlier this season. That was the team that was the 8th seed, and the team that finished is the number 4 seed overall after losing to Frazier and then losing to Eden in the consolation game. St. Joe's obviously returned a couple of very talented players. Mackenzie Jones struggled in that game that I saw the St. Joe's Spartans play, but Katie Gianetta, an absolute standout all-around player, going to be somebody to watch as this season goes on inside of 1A. And if Kenzie Jones, the junior, can get going like she's capable of, this could be a very good St. Joe's team, who's also very high on a freshman at Maddie Kozup. Another very young but competitive group. Lost their best player from last year, Sarah Catholic, in the D1 prospect in Cassidy Trey, and they looked very good as well. Of course, Nikki Svanos, along with the likes of Madison Koval. Kalissa Jockerman, back from injury, who missed her sophomore campaign, looks to be a problem. Riley Carper, another problem inside the middle. So, you know, what's for Sarah, St. Joe's? I've seen them. They both look very good this year. This Commodore team, though, is picked as the preseason favorite by a lot of coaches in the early polls when asked about who is the district favorite. And, of course, you lost 2 big players, but when you return the caliber of talent of Allie Monack, Addison Schultz, and Maddie Salisbury, you are going to be a dominant group. And then you return your starting libero from last year in Addison Howes. Going to be a very tough Commodore team to compete with the 2-time district champs 2022, 2010. GCC 4 district titles, most recently last year, 2024, 2016, 2014, and 2012. 3-time state champs. They won it in 14, 16, and last year as well. As this is a Greensburg Central Catholic team, if it wasn't for that run that Bishop Canavan had for all those years in 1A, they were right there every year battling Bishop Canavan for district gold. So this is a GCC team. They've had their ups, they've had their downs, but these downs do not last nearly as long as the ups do normally for the Centurions, as a team able to retool rather quickly in the most part, but going to be a tough year, it looks like, for the Centurions, who are 0-6 in sets this season, got swept by Avonworth and Jefferson Morgan. Commodores, they are 4-4 in sets this season, lost 3-1 to the Trinity Hillers, a upper classification opponent. Also, were able to get a victory on the road against the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. For Commodore fans, we will be back here next time they are home on the 15th when they take on the Bell Vernon area Leopards. Bell Vernon went to 4 sets with TJ earlier this week. Bell Vernon, a lot of teams saying, hey, don't overlook them with the emergence of sophomore middle standout Aubrey Brown. Of course, a new head coach over at Bell Vernon. So that should be a fun Mon Valley matchup. Bell Vernon, much improved squad this season for the Leopards. They will take on the Commodores on the 15th. Of course, a monumental football game tomorrow in the Mon Valley. The Thomas Jefferson Jaguars hit the road to take on the McKeesport Tigers, and we'll have that one for you on the network. 6:45 pregame with me out at McKeesport High School. Spent the majority of my day there, and I'll be back there early tomorrow. Again, working through to get my interview with the #1 player in the state, Keemon Spell. So Keemon and I have been working through some weather and timing to make sure we can get that interview for you guys tomorrow at the half. #1 player in the state for his recruiting class in Keemon Spell, the Penn State commit. So very much looking forward to getting that chance to talk to Keemon tomorrow and watch TJ take on the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Speaking of TJ, their former assistant coach and now current Commodore coach, Tony Battolini. His Commodores will take on the Mighty Mikes of Carmichael's here at home tomorrow. Coach Battolini had the doors off to a 1-0 start, beating Summit Academy before they lost on the final play of the game against the Mapletown Maples on the road last week. But Coach Battolini, the former Commodore, taking over the helm of his former high school and trying to get the Commodores back into the winning ways, like when he was an assistant coach on this staff a few years back, and then eventually very successful trip at Thomas Jefferson for Coach Battolini, getting to coach some of the best quarterbacks in the area, Brody Evans, Luke Costco most recently, now at Cincinnati for baseball. But we'll step aside, playing the national anthem, come back, and it'll be set one right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Bell Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology. Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Hoods up, Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
Back here from the Henry D. Virgilio Fieldhouse, it's WPIAL 1A section for volleyball on MVI Live. A championship rematch. And this season, really a first in what feels like forever for the 28th year head coach Mandy Hartman. There's not a Hartman daughter on the squad after the third and final. Grayson Hartman graduated after last season. Logan Jensen, then Grayson, all graduating. So Coach Hartman coaching here at home for the second time this season, and for the second time at home, not a Hartman on the floor in quite some time, as Frazier retooling once again, hoping to get back to the promised land and get back to the WPIAL championship game. Would be the third time in 4 years Frazier would have made the championship. Last time they were victorious is when they swept away the Sarah Catholic Eagles 3 seasons ago, a team that went 22-1. As again for GCC, we talked about all the turnover in players, well, turnover in coach as well. Jenna Madigan now taking over as the head bench boss for the Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions. Has been with the program for 4 years, last 3 years as an assistant. So her 4th year with the GCC program, first year as the head coach after a few years of being the assistant coach on this Greensburg Central Catholic squad. As again, the Commodores will look at a heavy rotation. Going to be Maddie Salisbury, the senior right side. The libero, Addison Howes. Of course, Addison Schultz, the senior in the middle. Junior Mia West, along with Grace Pacabla, Zoe Zarensky, and I know I'll miss Ali Monick, and Jayana Saferno for the Frazier Commodores will be the big part of that rotation here this evening, at least in returning players for the Commodores, as Frazier, Eden Christian, St. Joe's, and GCC were the final 4 a season ago. And new look 1A, and again, you kind of think Frazier, as always, has their name in the ring when it comes to being championship hopefuls. GCC 0-2 on the season, swept by Avonworth, swept by Jefferson Morgan. Commodores 1-1. They've went to 4 sets both times. Commodores, a couple of next level recruits. Maddie Salisbury will go to Penn West, California, while Addison Schultz will take her talents to West Virginia Wesleyan after the conclusion of their senior seasons. Cal, Trinity Christian, Frazier, Geibel, and GCC. The Trojans 3-0. Trinity Christian, the Falcons 1-0. Doors 1-1. The Geibel Gators have played 5 games this year. They're 1-4, and the Centurions are 0-2. GCC entering on a 2-game winning streak against the Frazier Commodores, though, as they split 2 apiece a season ago. And the Commodores and the Centurions get set to get underway for the first of 2 matchups this year. Next one will take place on the 25th, just 21 days from now, at Greensburg Central Catholic,
And we will be back in action with the Commodores definitely on the 15th versus Bell Vernon. Not sure about the rest of the season slate thus far. Taking it week by week here on MVI Live, where I'll be on a weekly basis and what I'll be covering. Again, only one of me and so many teams to get around to in the Mon Valley. Always nice when you get a couple playing each other like Bell Vernon and Frazier will, like TJ and McKeesport do for football tomorrow, especially when they become very good matchups as well, and entertaining contests to watch. So looking forward to that as we get set to get underway here, as it will be Allie Monac getting set to send it away. You know the Commodores, it doesn't matter that this isn't the same group. They want some revenge against this school who cost them their 3rd district crown as Monac sends it away. Set goes middle Keller. Bump back up by Monac. Now Addie Howell's back line. Push back over and drop down. Not how you draw it up, but Maddie Salisbury gets it done. And the Commodores take an early 1-0 lead here in set number 1. Monac to continue service as Allie Monac. Right hand up and over, and a service ace for Allie Monac. And the Commodores quickly claim a 2-0 advantage here. 2 serves, 2 points for the Doors already, as they got off and running in the right direction so far. Monac over again. Service reception handled there by Garvin and into the net. No return. Miss hit in the middle by Caroline Tressler. 3-0. Frazier out in front early on. 3 service points here for Allie Monac to start. Monac to send the next point away. Service reception taken by Garvin. 2 players collide as Keller and Tressler. A comedy of errors on the far side of the floor. And Frazier out in front 4-0 here with Monac at the service line. Allie Monac jump serve away, low line drive handled. Bump back along into the middle, free ball over after Presley Kelly got it across. Monac set middle, Schultz a drive. Knocked down off the diving Tressler, and it's a 5-0 Frazier advantage. First kill for Addison Schultz, the West Virginia Wesleyan commit, as the junior Allie Monac. A 5-0 run to start at the line, over and another one, an ace for Allie. 6-0 start for Frazier with Monac at the line. And Greensburg Central Catholic, they've seen enough to start. They'll take a timeout. We'll step aside as well right here on MVI Live.
Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com.
Out of the break, back here as Monac lines it up and over. Back line handled by Detweiler. Left side drive and sent sailing just along by Presley Kelly. A fraction of an inch from GCC's first point of the set. Over again, and the 3rd ace for Allie Monac. So 3 aces for Monac in this opening stretch that has the Commodores up by 8. Monac again, just over. Kept alive for a second, and it's going to be 4 hits for the Centurions, 9-0. And GCC, the way this season started, it wouldn't be out of the question as Monac, her 4th service ace. But wouldn't be out of the question. You go from winning the district and state championship game to missing the playoffs. And again, not out of the realm of possibility with a very good Cal team. in as well as that one up over another one as it eats up Anna Swark, the freshman, and the Commodores lead by 11. 5 aces in this run for Allie Monak. Monak trying to go the distance. Another. .12-0 run. 7 aces for Allie Monak. Can she make it 8? This time, no. Kozer set left side. Kelly handled by House. First time we've really got to see the Commodore attack send an order in motion. As set back along Swark, far side. Kelly kept alive. Monak. Bump by Addie House. 10-foot line strike up and over by Salisbury. Set comes near side. Free ball will not get over on the near side. Attempt by Anna Swark. And it's now a 13-0 Frazier advantage here in set number 1 as the Commodores look to continue their early set dominance. Monak over again. Swark now bumped by Kelly. Back line handled up and over. Detweiler. Howes. Monak set, middle pushed over and dropped down by Addison Schultz. 14-0, Frazier leads it. Monak up and over. Bump back left side. Free ball returned and out. Aaron hit by Presley Kelly. 15-0 run for Frazier. Monak has done over half the heavy lifting by herself. Returned right back over. Monak set, middle, Schultz behind her, doesn't matter. Addison Schultz picks up her third kill of the opening set and 16-0 spurt to start. Commodores looking for the clean sweep here in the opening set. Monak trying to go the distance herself. And another ace will help the cause. Seven aces now for Allie Monak. 17 service points. Monak over, kept alive, bump back far side. Presley blocked. Addison Schultz denies in the middle. So Addie Schultz, 3 kills and a block here in the opening set, and it's an 18-0 run for Frazier. Monak liner and another one. Service ace for Monak. 8 aces, 19-0 run for Frazier. Monak over again. Kozer bumps left side. Kelly deflected. Schultz keeps it alive. Monak now pushed back over by the likes of Fisher. Near side off the tape, and finally the run ends as Anna Swark, the freshman, gets the kill. So a 19-0 run for Frazier has come to an end to start the match. The freshman Anna Swark sends it into the twine, and the Doors right back on the board, make it 20-1. Service belongs to the junior outside, Grace Pacabla. Also a standout softball player as well. Pacabla drops one over, handled by Kelly in the middle. Madison Keller over. Howes bumps it. Salisbury drives, return to the middle, and Commodores will get the point, make it 21-1. Up and over by Pacabla. Into the net, hitting air on Madison Keller. 22-21, Pacabla will try her luck again. So Grace Pacabla sends it away, bumped by Kelly Swart, far side. Swart got it up and over. Now Addie Howe, Salisbury elevates, deflected back over. Schultz, Monac back to Salisbury, back corner. Bump back along up there by Garvin. In the middle, driven wide by Keller, or just in by Keller on the far side. So Madison Keller makes it 22-2. Ending Pacabla's short run at the service line. Commodores lead by 20. Back to serve now, Presley Kelly. The junior outside, Kelly. Hard right-handed serve goes sailing out. And Frazier 2 points away from one of the most dominating set one victories you will see. Addie Howe, starting pitcher for the Commodore softball team, sends it away. Now far side, driven off the wall, Salisbury. As Maddie Salisbury puts the Commodores to set point, 24-22, as Addison Owls looks to close it out. One more point for Frazier to take set one commandingly. As in the middle, Keller over, drops down her second kill. So 2 kills for Keller for Greensburg Central Catholic, makes it 24-3. Back into the game for the Centurions. That's going to be Morgan Scalota. So Scalota will enter. And Keller, 2 kills here in the opening set for Greensburg Central Catholic. As she will head to the service line. Howes, service ace by Keller. And back-to-back points for the first time today for Greensburg Central Catholic. 24-4, Keller over again. Howes. Now Monac sends it across. Morgan Fisher bumps back over. Now in the middle, near side, pushed back along by Harabic. Monac, the reverse for the set win. Off the top tape, they say deflected on the Salisbury attempt. Back into the middle and just back up and over by Keller. Monac reverses Fisher. Near side, dug back out by Keller. Swark far side, just chipped over, returned in the middle by Mia West. Howes, now Monac, reverse. Salisbury set one to Frazier in emphatic fashion. 25-4, Maddie Salisbury closes it out with the kill for the Commodores. And Frazier, about as dominating as it comes, taking set number one, 25-4. We will step aside, come back, and it will be set between the Doors and the Centurions right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
Set one in the books, set two underway. Frazier up 1-0. Return back over. Swark middle, driven back over, deflected was the attempt by Scalota. As set middle, Schultz denied as the Commodores reset the attack. Back line, Salisbury off of Keller and off the back wall and out. So Maddie Salisbury with her third kill already. Jayana Ciferno at the service line for Frazier. 2-0 the Doors lead. Bump near side. Harabic middle. Pushed back over by Scalota. Set. Salisbury off the wall. Back in the middle. Dropped down and dropped home by Morgan Scalota. Frazier scored the first 19 in set number 1. They only get the first 2 here. Make it 2-1 in set number 2. 25-4 your set 1 final. In to serve going to be Caroline Tressler, the sophomore defensive specialist. New look Greensburg Central Catholic lineup. Not returning a single varsity rotation player from last season. Salisbury, Monac set near side. Maddie drives home yet one more. 4 kills for Salisbury. And the Doors lead it 3-1 here in the second set. Of 1-0. As back to serve now Addison Howes. Howes. 1 service point so far for the junior libero. Drives one up and over. Rada Kelly. Now just popped back home by Morgan Fisher. Going to be 4 hits the official call, but nonetheless. 4-1 Frazier leads. As bumped back over and out. 5-1 now. Kelly left side. Drive over and long. Six-1 Frazier advantage. Commodores have scored 4 unanswered. As Greensburg Central Catholic unable to get that one across, make it 7-1 Frazier here in set number 2. Howes over again, kept alive, far side Kelly. Free ball return by Scalota. Now bump Monac. Salisbury drives it over and long. And back on the board go the Centurions at 7-2 here in set number 2. Possible penultimate set of the evening. As back to serve for Greensburg Central Catholic, going to be the freshman Ruby Garvin. As the freshman defensive specialist puts it up and just over and no return. As a picture-perfect serve by Ruby Garvin makes it 7-3 here in the second set. Frazier up 1-0. GCC on the verge of matching their set 1 total early on here in set 2, but a service error by Garvin make it 8-3 in favor of the Commodores here in the second set. Back to serve now will be Morgan Fisher, the sophomore outside. So Fisher drives it up and over. Back line pushed along. Free ball returned off the ceiling. Will not cross as too high sent by Juliana Kozer. And Frazier back on the board. Give the Commodores 9 here in set number 2. 9-3 Frazier on top once more. Morgan Fisher will do the honors. Jump serve Fisher. Back line over. Right at Garvin. Middle Keller, right hand pushed along. Fisher sets it. Now driven. Salisbury kept alive. No, it was off the tape on the hit. Never did cross by Salisbury. So 4 hits on the Commodores. Now 4 for Greensburg Central Catholic. Make it 9-4 here in the second set. 25-4 was your set 1 final. Anna Swark will get set to send this point away. The freshman Swark had the first kill of the match for Greensburg Central. Set near side. Monac got it. As Allie Monac with her first kill of the match. Getting the Commodores to double digits with 10 and sending Maddie Salisbury to the service line. First trip for the lefty. Salisbury's the southpaw right at Kelly. Swark dumps it over. Howe saves it. Fisher, Monac drives it down the line and out. And GCC surpasses their first set total here in set number 2. It's now 10-5 in favor of the Commodores over the Centurions. Leading 1-0 into serve. It's going to be Trixie Lim, the junior defensive specialist. As Monac off the wall, blocked by Keller in the middle. As Maddie Keller, a couple of kills and ace, now a block. And GCC has 6 here in the second set, down by 4. As hammered home, and the Commodores increase their advantage, give them 11. As Allie Monac, her second kill of the set. As over and an ace for Mia West. And the Commodores add yet another. 12-6 Frazier leads, service ace by Mia West. As over and out from ace to error by West. Give the Centurions their 7th point of the set. 12-7, Frazier leads. Back to serve here will be Maddie Keller. Keller up and away. Salisbury, Monac. And unable to get there was Jayana Saferno. So the Centurions keeping it much closer here in set 2. They have 8, doubling their first set total. Still down by 4 is Keller. Low liner just over. Saferno. Monac sets middle. Schultz driven. Kept alive and up and out on the near side. Frazier to 13. 13-8 Commodores cruising. Monac went on a 19-0 run to start the match. She will serve once again. Monac drives it over. See if they have better luck with Monac this time. Detweiler returns, no run for Monac. Off of Fisher and out. So short-lived for Ali Monac at the service line this time by 13-9. The Centurions have cut the set 2 deficit down to just 4. As in to serve Juliana Kozer. Monac middle, Schultz off the wall. Monac reverses, Saferno drives it home. Jayana Saferno with the strike. Saferno over and no return. So Jayana Saferno makes it 15-9. Commodores back where they started atop of the rotation of serves with Jayana Saferno. 15-9 Frazier. Saferno yet again. As an error by Saferno makes it 15-10. Detweiler under and across for the service error. Off the bottom of her hand, Frazier's lead ticks up to 6. Far side drive and Kelly just misses on the back corner. 7-point set 2 advantage for Frazier. 6 service points here for the junior Addison Howes. GCC does not use the luxury of the libero as Swark over and across as Anna Swark, the freshman. A couple of kills here tonight make it 17-11. Back to the service line, Greensburg Central Catholic will go, as it will be the freshman Ruby Garvin. Garvin drives it right to Pacabla, saved by Howes. Now Pacabla can't get it across. And the Centurions inch ever closer. A match that has had absolutely no rhythm, no flow. Neither team has gotten to clean sets really on either side. It's just been points off of serves really all match long, you feel like. It all started with Monac at the line. Fisher gets a good shot there and makes no mistake. So Morgan Fisher, right on cue, picks up the kill for the Commodores, giving them 18. 7 points away from a set 2 victory. Fisher, a dying serve, handled in reception. Presley Kelly across. And double contact on the Commodores, make it 18-13. Away it goes by Fisher off the reserve. Bump back over and just long on the attempt by Swark. So Swark unable to connect, make it 19-13. Frazier out in front, 6 points away from taking a decisive 2-0 advantage. Back to serve again, Morgan Fisher drills one across, kept alive, Garvin, free ball, Keller. Fisher, middle, West, blocked. That was Swark again. Now Keller returns, kept alive, Salisbury, free ball, Howes. Detweiler, bump far side, Kelly off the wall. Presley Kelly gets the kill, and it's 19-14 here in set 2. Sophia Swark, the freshman, will serve once more. Swark drives it across. It's an ace for Anna Swark. 19-15, Commodores lead by just 4 as Anna Swark, the freshman, at the service stripe, sends it up and away again. Hammered over with the right by the lefty, Maddie Salisbury. Picks up the kill, number 5 for Salisbury, third of the set. Make it 20 for Frazier as the southpaw does it with the right hand. 5-point Frazier lead, 20-15, up 1-0. Swark, near side, Kelly, a miss hit. Blackjack for the Doors, give them 21. And a team that won a district and state title last season, they'll take the time out here, GCC does. Going from winning a district and state title to having a chance of not even making the playoffs this year with what they have lost. Obviously, it's going to come down to how you play with kind of those middle tier teams inside this section. Obviously, I think you can almost pencil in Frazier and Cal into the playoffs. And then GCC again with Geibel and Trinity Christian. Trinity Christian normally competes to get into the postseason every year, but you'd imagine you're going to kind of see GCC, depending on how they develop, depends on how this season's going to go. You know, when you have to completely retool and kind of bolster your roster, you got to take the lumps in the early going, and you know, you compete in the second half, make the playoffs, maybe make a run, and that's what GCC has to hope to do. And they have some decent players on that squad, obviously, as that one, no return. Anna Swark, the freshman on the near side, just going to get better. You see Maddie Keller, the senior, going to have to play a big role in this. Presley Kelly, if she gets a little more help as this season goes on, very strong hitters, got to get a little more accurate on the shot, a little more touch on a couple of those hits. Kind of finisher shots instead of airmailing everything, as Monak denied. As off of Allie's head and returned by West. Not how you draw it up, but it gets the job done. Back over by Harabic. Set, Monak over off the deflection. Swark bumps it, far side, Detweiler. Salisbury, Fisher, middle, West, out. (22-17). Lim up and over. Fisher sets it. Monak flat-footed. Doesn't matter. Off the wall and home it goes. Allie Monak picks up her third kill of the match and the set. She'll send Mia West to the line. West has an ace already in this set for Frazier. Doors lead by 6. Backline, Detweiler bumped along, driven left hand over and out on the near side by Emma Harabic. Set point for the Commodores. Much better set for the Centurions, though, here in set number 2. As 1 point away from a commanding 2-0 lead for Frazier. Looking to get some revenge here tonight. Push back corner, kept alive, Salisbury. Fisher, Monak for the set win. Got it! Allie Monak with a missile to end the second set. 4 kills that set for Allie Monak, 25-17. Frazier hangs on to take set number 2, just 1 set away from sweeping away the Centurions. Here tonight on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
Hoods Up Quick Lube. It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people. Focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. LJ Pallets and More, a veteran-owned and operated discount warehouse located 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Open Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday and Sundays. Stay tuned for a major announcement coming soon, and we can't wait to see you at LJ Pallets and More. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412.
2 chapters written, at least one left to be told as Monac sends the third, and what the doors helps the final set away and starts with no return. 1-0 Frazier leads here in set number 3. Frazier's taken a 1-0 advantage in every set so far this evening. Monac near side, no. Looking at Fisher. As just too low on the set for Fisher to handle. First time that's not 0-0 that we've been tied in this match, as Addison Schultz gets it to go and Frazier takes a 2-1 lead. Greensburg Central Catholic has not led all evening long. 20 service points, 8 aces for Monac, and 4 kills with a plethora of assists that are uncounted by my numbers because that's just a little too much for me. As Howes takes it up and over with the free ball, set comes in the middle, driven back along by Scalota. Monac, now Salisbury, an absolute missile down the right side. 6 kills for Maddie Salisbury, makes it 3-1 Frazier. As back to serve once again will be Grace Pacabla. 3 service points for Pacabla here in the opening 2 sets. As Pacabla, right hand drops it over, kept alive. No, it's a service ace by Pacabla. And the Commodores out in front by 3 here in set number 3. 25-4, 25-17, now 4-1 as Pacabla drops another over, handled by Detweiler, far side pushed into the net by the freshman Anna Swark, making it a 4-1 Frazier lead, as continuing service will be Grace Pacabla. Pacabla just short off the tape, drops down, make it a 2-point set at 4-2 here in set number 3. And Frazier looking to finish off the sweep of the Centurions here this evening before they will take on Southmoreland on the 8th and Geibel on the 9th to return to section play. It's versus Cal at home on the 9th for the Centurions, who are still looking for their first set win of the season. As Caroline Tressler sends it up and away, Howes can't return it into the net. Monac can't save, so Tressler able to get the Centurions within 1. And besides 0-0, they've only been tied with Frazier once. That was a 1-1 here in set number 3. They have yet to lead here this evening. Tressler trying to change all that as Tressler drops one right into the breadbasket of Howes. Monac now West to drive, and we're tied at 4. So Tressler gets it even at the service strike. 4's on the board. And second time all evening, and not counting 0-0, that the Doors and the Centurions are deadlocked. Caroline Tressler, the sophomore defensive specialist, once more sends order in motion. Or actually, excuse me, it's a 5-4 set. As West pushes that one up and over Monac. Now Howes bumps it. And Salisbury, not how you draw it up, but gets the job done. So 6-4 Frazier leads. Addie Howes back to serve. Drives one right at Kelly. Bumped by Kozer. Free ball by Scalota. Over and long on the back line. 7 now for the Commodores. They lead 7-4 here in set number 3. Up 2 sets to none. Addie Howes once again sends one over. Now set goes left side. Kelly with the touch shot. Handled West. Monac sets it. Salisbury dug back out. Kozer bumped by Kelly. As Swark got it along off the net. Monac can't connect. And GCC back on the score sheet. Give them 5 here in set number 3. As out comes Scalota. Back in to serve will be Ruby Garvin, the freshman. And a lot of young talent on this Greensburg Central Catholic roster. Complete fresh start. 1 senior, 6 juniors, a sophomore, and a freshman. As a service error there. Fisher drives one back up and over, no return. Swark just a little too far for Juliana Kozer. Make it a 9-5 Frazier lead. Frazier inching ever closer to a sweep of the Centurions with Morgan Fisher at the line. Fisher, right hand, drops one back up and over. Swark bumps it. Far side free ball return. As that's by Tressler. Set, Monac drives it in. Allie Monac up to 5 kills. 20 service points, 8 aces, and 5 kills for the junior Allie Monac here in this match. 19 of the 20 service points came on a 19-0 run as Fisher drives one back up and over Garvin. Kozer middle, Keller over. Pacabla, Fisher, middle, Mia West blocked, kept alive. Monac, Fisher reverse. Salisbury goes off speed. Bobbled around, back line, Garvin over. Howes, Fisher, reverses again. Salisbury, dug out, back line, Garvin. Maybe the best rally of the night, dug out, Fisher. Howes bumps it, Salisbury loads up, off the wall, kept alive. And Swark unable to get enough on it to get it over, as the longest rally of the night does go to the Doors. They lead it now by 6, 11-5. 5 service points, 3 in a row by Morgan Fisher. As Fisher, the sophomore outside hitter and setter for this Commodore roster, just drills one into the twine, giving the Centurions their 6th point of the set. Anna Swark, the freshman, once again sends a point in motion right at Monac. Give and go. Monac off of Tressler with the dig. Free ball return by Kelly. Back line handle Pacabla. Fisher sets Salisbury. Just gets it over. Tressler. A tremendous save in return by the Centurions. They set West middle off of Keller and down. So West gets the kill, making it 12-6. But what a play by Tressler in the middle, saving that point for a brief moment. Fisher sets Monac with a missile again. 6 kills for Monac. Push back, not over, in the way, Gianna Saferno. It's been a good depth piece for the Doors over the years. And Salisbury continues service with a 14-6 Frazier lead. Caroline Tressler, free ball over, Howes. Fisher sets it, West drives it, dug by the freshman Garvin. Middle, Keller mistimes it. West was waiting in the wings on the Frazier side of the floor. 15 now for the Commodores. They lead by 9. Timeout. Centurions will step aside as well right here on MVI Live.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 9.
Back underway, Salisbury sends it up and over middle. Maddie Keller drives it long. So Keller cannot connect, and the Commodores increase their advantage up to 10. 16-6, just saved by Kelly. Addie Howes, now Fisher. Monac gets up, just over Keller. Gets it back off the give and go. Howes, bump near side. Monac drives it. Dug back out by a diving Garvin. And a missed time on the near side by Emma Harabic, making it a 17-6 lead for the Commodores, looking to sweep away the Centurions here tonight. Again, back in action tomorrow as no return on that serve by Salisbury, getting the Doors up to 18. But the big one, a 4A Powers tomorrow on the network. 6:45 pregame with me from McKeesport. It will be the Tigers hosting the Jaguars of Thomas Jefferson as ace to error by Salisbury against the Centurions to 17. So McKeesport and TJ, who played twice last year, once in a thriller at Thomas Jefferson, then in the district title game, will meet again tomorrow. Keemon Spell, Tyler Eber. Some big-time talent on both sides. Number 1 player in the state for his recruiting class, Keemon Spell. Plan is to have a halftime interview brought to you by B Graphics with him tomorrow as Allie Monac knocks home once again. Another strike, 7 kills for Monac, 19 points for the Commodores, and Mia West at the service line with the Doors just 6 points away from sweeping GCC. There'd be yet another victory for the Commodores in the regular season as Emmy Travelina. Standout softball player, absolute power for Travelina on the softball field, will enter here as GCC back on the board, replacing Schultz, who has about as quiet of a night as you can. Addie Schultz usually, fills up the score sheet. 3 kills for Schultz all in that first set, but hasn't been needed. Maddie Keller drives it up and over, back line. Salisbury airmails it long. It's a 19-9 set 3 advantage for Frazier. They still sit just 6 points away from their first sweep of the season. GCC 6 points away from what would be 9 straight set losses as a service error by Maddie Keller gets the Commodores to 20. And the Commodores, it all started with Allie Monak's 19-0 run at the line. Can she get the final 5? It would be only fitting for Frazier if she did, the way it started for Monak. As Saferno returns, back line, Monak sets it, Fisher drives it off the ceiling, bumped middle, pushed back over Howes. Monak, left side, Fisher dug by Keller. Zwark goes far side, Detweiler over Howes. Monak again, poor set, Fisher can't corral. 20-10 here in set number 3. So Monak won't be able to send it to the completion, but sets it. Travelina onto the board. First kill of the night for Emmy Travelina. Blackjack for the Commodores. Just over, far side, free ball return. Howes, Monak, driven, Salisbury. 8 kills for Salisbury, 3 points away for Frazier. No return off the Pacabla serve. Make it 2. Driven back over. Bump back along. Free ball across West. And unable to get there was Allie Monak. 23-11. Tressler will do the honors. 23-11. Set number 3, Tressler. Right hand liner towards the sideline. Set. Salisbury with the touch. 9 kills for Salisbury. Match point for Frazier, 24-11. Match point for the Commodores. Addie House for the win. Instead, it's a service error. She tickles the twine. And GCC lives to fight another point. 25-4, 25-17, 25-12 here. The freshman Ruby Garvin will do the honors. As Garvin unable to keep it going any further as the Doors sweep away the Centurions 3-0. 25-12, your set 3 final as Frazier back in the win column. Back-to-back wins for the Commodores as they knock off Greensburg Central Catholic here tonight. We will take a break, come back. Weiser Painting Company, player of the game, right here on MVI Live.
Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
Frazier sweeps away the Centurions 25-4, 25-17, and 25-12. Your Weiser Painting Company player of the game, 7 kills, 20 service points, 8 service aces. Allie Monack, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game here this evening for the Commodores, as Allie Monack, a dominating day at the office. 9 kills for Maddie Salisbury, leading the attack for the Commodores. 3 kills for Schultz, along with a block, as Frazier sweeps away the Centurions, as they do get some payback from those district and state postseason games from a year ago. But the Doors move to 2-1 on the season and start section play 1-0. GCC 0-9 in sets this year. Frazier, their first sweep of the season. They'll be at Southmoreland on the 8th and at Geibel on the 9th to return for section play. It will be home versus Cal for GCC in their next game. They will be looking for their first set win of the season. Now 0-9 in sets this season. Allie Monack, once again, your Weiser Painting Company player of the game. 7 kills, 20 service points, 8 service aces. That will do it for us here tonight. Tomorrow, Thomas Jefferson, McKeesport on the network for football. Looking forward to that one. But until next time, on behalf of everyone here at MVI Live and Lions Heart Media, I'm Alex Lyon saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.